my pleasure to present the Baccalaureate Speakers for the class of 2017. Selected by their classmates, I welcome Maggie Thompson and Thomas Webby to the stage.
Dr. Therese Williams, priest and religious, members of the Board of Trust, Mr. McIntyre and Mr. Davis, faculty and staff, family and friends, and fellow graduates of the class of 2017. Welcome and congratulations. I would like to thank you for picking me to speak tonight, and to those of you who didn't vote me senior class vice president, I'm almost on the way to being okay with it. I was once told by a teacher that great speeches contain a quote. So I have decided to use a quote that I think is inspirational and really speaks to our class. It states this: Na zevenya babagitsi baba. If you are unaware, that translates to #It's a great day to be Irish. You can thank Miss Cox for my singing later. Speaking of Miss Cox and her wonderful choir, I had the amazing opportunity to travel to Disney World this year with them. And I got to enjoy everything that is Disney. One of my favorite rides is the Great Movie Ride. It is cheesy, weird, and sometimes funny, which are all adjectives that have been used to describe me, so I feel a great connection to it. As I finished the ride with my best friends, Mr. Magnus, Baby Magnus, and the Grayson Fletcher, I got to sit in front of a big screen, and I got to see the journey that movies take us on. And a journey is definitely what I would think of when I think of high school. Of course, if high school was actually a movie, I would have some sort of, love interest who would proclaim their love for me right now. Anyone? Bueller. Okay, well, between our outstanding athletic department, challenging Catholic education that produced 5 National Merit finalists, our phenomenal fine arts department, and our ever-growing faith to this community, I know we all have many different stories to tell. So I decided to relive our high school career through different movie genres. Freshman year. I would describe this as our basic G-rated film. It's like Alice in Wonderland. When we first watched it, we were interested and excited by it, and thought it was the greatest thing to ever happen. When we rewatch it now, though, we are overcome with a "who told them that was a good idea?" sensation. Also, like G-rated movies, our biggest problems included being asked to dance, losing our shoes, and the occasional talking animal. We spent most of our time seeking attention, avoiding seniors, and looking to live a drama-filled life. We also did weird things, like letting Coach Shepard call us Isabel for the whole semester, because we were too scared to tell him otherwise. We were also the backfire of the senior prank. I think seniors and freshmen alike were unenthusiastic of having the whole school walk through the senior lot because the seniors froze the bridge over. Nothing says Ohana means family like being scolded by seniors and freezing your butt off with your fellow freshmen. Sophomore year was that weird indie film that won all the Oscars. Nobody really remembers seeing it, but everyone keeps telling us it was great. If sophomore year was a part of my speech, it'd be the part where you zone out. Even though we got to enjoy many things like driving our cars, not being freshmen, and our favorite foreign film, chemistry, it was very hard to find where we belong. We weren't the upperclassmen, but we also weren't the babies. It was our transition year, so we weren't really paying attention. Some of us had a Good Will Hunting or a Slumdog Millionaire. Others had a Moonlight or a Blue Jasmine. Here's junior year. That is, the horror that was our third year of high school. In what was supposed to be our one shining moment, turned into what can only be described as a Stephen King novel. We discovered that zombies are real when you've only had 3 hours of sleep, and that scantrons come in the form of blood-sucking demons. Our accelerated heart rates provided the perfect background music. Although we spent most of the year stressed out of our mind, we did get one good thing out of it: a relationship with God. Most of us participated in Search this year, and even if you didn't, we still had to get 25 service hours, so you got something good out of it. We found out who we were morally, and we received the gift of seeing God in others. We needed God to get through the demon scantrons and walking zombies, so that at the end of the year, we could run up our steps to the Rocky theme song and throw our hands in the air in victory. Senior year was our big finale, our musical. We got to enjoy some of the many things we look forward to as seniors. We started with a big opening number. We got our senior lot, our senior patio, and our senior grounds. We sang and danced and couldn't wait to get out of high school. Then, all of a sudden, we started to feel emotions. Instead of everything cueing a song, it cued a memory. 1 minute we were singing in the rain. Then the next we were calling for our Mamma Mia. And even though we spent most of our year in La La Land, we always knew we went together like Rama-lima-lama, ga-dink-a-da-dink-da-down. I realize I have sang many times in this speech. I'm not that sorry. Now, although I have spent the majority of my speech telling you why high school is like a movie, now I will spend the rest of it telling you why it is not. Movies give us a superficial look at a high school career that deserves an in-depth explanation. A movie can show you what other people feel, but it can never put you in that situation. It doesn't show you the true feeling of getting a cow-weed tell a wave. It doesn't show you what it's like to hear Luke Schuba's laugh all the way down the hall. It doesn't give you the same goosebumps as hearing Victoria Zamora sing at Mass. It doesn't show you how you remember that Big Fish is Rowan Jordan's favorite movie because she told you in sophomore year English class, or art class, sorry. It doesn't catch the intense fear of hearing your coach say, "Get on the line." It doesn't let you feel the inflection of Mr. Puryear's voice when he yells, "It's enough for a Father Ryan first down" at every football game. Or when he says, "Hey kids," before every class. It doesn't show you the passion Mr. Fernandez has for composting. It doesn't get Mr. LaHaye's out-of-breath tone when he speaks over the intercom system. But most of all, it doesn't show you what it is like to truly be a member of the Father Ryan class of 2017. Movies are great, but they can never compare to the trials and triumphs, loves and losses, the brains, the athletes, the basket cases, the princesses, or the criminals, that we have all become and endured. So as we go off and our end credits are rolling, I will leave you with a list of lessons that movies have taught us that will help you in your future endeavors. Life is like a box of chocolates, but sometimes those chocolates have coconut in them. So look before you jump. You may be king of the world, but there will be icebergs that hit your boat, and girlfriends who don't like to share. I mean, it was a really big door. If you see dead people, seek medical help. If a taxi driver says, "You talking to me?" proceed with caution. And finally, if you have to tell your dog you're not in Kansas anymore, you have bigger problems than you think. But please always remember, there is no place like home, and there is no place like Father Iron. Hasta la vista, class of 2017. I'm Maggie Thompson, and I'll see you at the movies.